Where did Sarah Bloomer disappear to on that important night? Kahneman said goodbye to Italy, surrounded by hugs, tears, and his mother's presence. But there was one absence no one could ignore. Sarah Bloomer didn't show up. Was it a coincidence, or did someone choose to vanish just when everyone was expecting her? And what role does Demet Özdemir play in this story? Let me tell you everything that happened at Khan's latest event in Italy. The emotion, the mystery, the secret call to Demet, and the accounts from sources close to Sarah. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because what comes next is even more shocking. Khan Yaman arrived smiling, though with watery eyes, and hundreds of fans shouted his name. His mother, Guldum Yaman, held her son's hand on a stage, a powerful image of farewell. But something was missing. Sarah didn't appear in any photos, videos, or backstage. Only a blurry Instagram story showed a red chair similar to those at the event, raising questions. Was she there and chose to hide? Or did she want to attract attention? Sources confirmed that Sarah and Khan agreed to keep their distance publicly for a while, seeking privacy and silence. But their gestures said everything. When someone shouted, "Sarah isn't here," Khan smiled sadly, and his mother squeezed his hand. Khan is going to Spain to shoot a new comedy series with Giovanni Nasta, a relaxed and different project. During the event, Guldum surprised everyone by saying she hoped Demet would visit them in Spain. Total silence fell in the room. The camera stopped recording for a few seconds. Was it a direct invitation to someone who still lives in her son's heart? The next day, Demet posted a photo from a cafe in Seville, and a few hours later, Khan posted one from the same street. Fans erupted. They are together again. Meanwhile, Sarah is stepping back because she knows Khan still loves Demet. The second season of Sandokan remains unconfirmed officially, and Khan confessed that if it were up to him, he'd film all 3 seasons at once. But his lost look reveals there's more than just work at stake. One of the most talked about moments was when a fan shouted, "Go back to Demet!" Khan turned his face, lost his smile for a moment, and his mother nodded with a small smile, as if she also wished it. On social media, the debate erupted. Was it spontaneous or planned to prepare that reunion? Khan neither denied nor refuted anything. Days later, an Italian journalist revealed that Demet traveled secretly and was close to Khan on multiple occasions. Both requested absolute privacy, no cameras. In another story, a female figure was reflected in the window behind Khan, with a style very similar to Demet's. The strongest moment came when Guldum was seen leaving a hotel in Seville with a small suitcase. Fans recognized her and overheard her say on the phone that she was already with him and needed him. Demet and Khan are spending days together away from the noise. Khan has made no statements since then about Sarah, Demet, or his new series. But sometimes silence speaks for itself, and this silence seems to announce a rebirth, a new chapter, or the return everyone expected. During the event, Guldum took the microphone unexpectedly and said something that hung in the air. "My son has gone through very difficult times, but he was never alone, even if you didn't know." Who was she referring to? Herself or another woman who supported him silently? A journalist caught Guldum speaking on the phone with clear words. "Thank you for being so close to him. I know you do it with your heart." Was it Demet or someone else? Sarah, meanwhile, remains completely silent. No posts, no likes, no hints. She seems to understand something broke, or she decided to step back not to be left out of the game. An almost invisible detail caught attention on Twitter. In the new series Khan will shoot, there is a female character not yet announced. Some sources say production contacted an actress from Khan's past, perhaps Demet, a move to keep us alert. This is just the beginning. Can you imagine a silent reconciliation away from cameras but with more love than ever? Don't miss out. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because what's coming you won't see on any other channel. What's happening between Khan and Demet is stronger than we thought. See you in the next video. Leave your comment with your theory. I don't know when we stopped appreciating women who choose silence as a shield and dignity as a banner. In this world of screams and headlines, where everything turns into scandal, seeing someone like Demet Özdemir stand firm, not speaking, not answering, not fueling rumors, is a rarity that should be applauded, not questioned. Because while many speculate, she stays silent. While some invent theories, she lives. And while others drag her back to the past, she moves forward, standing tall, without showing wounds, though we know she has them. I admire her. And I'm not alone. Just read the comments from those who, like me, feel Demet represents more than a beautiful actress or a media figure. She represents the courage of a woman who doesn't need revenge or words to prove her worth. A woman who, even when her face breaks with a tear in public, doesn't fall. Because that tear wasn't weakness, it was humanity, maybe love. It was the closing of a chapter many still refuse to accept. Saying Demet is very affected reduces her story to a poorly told chapter. We don't know what she lived through with Yaman, but we do know how she handled everything afterward, with a maturity that contrasts with the media spectacles others perform. Many things have been said. That Khan went to find her in Greece, that they talked secretly, that there was an apology that wasn't accepted. And although some of that may be true, what is clear to me is that Demet did not go back. She wasn't seduced by drama. She didn't seek revenge or public reconciliation. She didn't need to prove to the world she had won or lost. She simply remained silent. And that silence, for me, screams louder than any scandal. Demet didn't lose anything. On the contrary, she gained respect, admiration, and a strength only those who have known pain without letting it consume them have. It's not easy to be a woman in a world where everyone expects you to react, cry on television, post hints, defend yourself. And she did none of that. She chose elegance. And that, nowadays, is a revolutionary act. It hurts me to see how some still link her to Khan, as if her identity depended on that past story. As if her career, her decisions, her whole life had to be marked by a name no longer part of her present. Demet doesn't need to be defined by a love that didn't work out. She shines on her own. Her work speaks, her actions speak, her silence speaks. Meanwhile, others insist on inventing children, secret weddings, fake reconciliations. Why is it so hard to accept that a woman can close a chapter and never go back? Why do they insist on reliving something she clearly doesn't want to relive? For me, Demet is a symbol of evolution, of those human beings who decide to grow, even if it hurts, who decide not to look back, even if the past haunts them. And that doesn't make her cold or insensitive. On the contrary, it makes her strong. It makes her free. Sometimes I think the bravest thing Demet has done wasn't leaving Khan or rejecting a supposed apology, but choosing the hardest path, not giving explanations, not entering the spectacles game, living with truth even if the world wants a show. That's why every time I see her on screen, in interviews, or simply walking with the serenity she has learned to cultivate, I can't help but admire her. Because in an industry that devours privacy, she has protected hers. Because in a world that demands reaction, she offers silence. Because where others shout, she breathes. And even if many don't understand and cling to what was, I understand her. Because I've learned that sometimes the most powerful thing isn't what's said, but what's chosen to be kept silent.